I feel really bad about not being able to donate blood, actually. I do. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but I do. I think donating blood is your civic responsibility. Well, their slogan is blood, it's in you to give. To me, I always heard the slogan and I thought, it reminded me to kind of go back to the clinic and give. It kind of motivated me or guilted me to, it's time to give blood again. Now I hear it and it's almost offensive.
Blood donation is not a right.
An Ontario judge has upheld the right of Canada's National Blood Service not to accept donations of blood from gay and bisexual men.
The history of excluding gay men at risk from the blood supply goes back to the very early days of the AIDS epidemic. Initially, at that time, we didn't know what was causing AIDS. There was no test available, and we thought that was a responsible thing to do. I think the test now is exceptionally accurate. There has never been a single case of HIV infection from a transfusion since Canadian Blood Services took charge of the blood system. So the test can be relied on and should be relied on to protect the blood system.
In a decision released today, the Ontario Superior Court sided with Canadian Blood Services in a case against a Toronto man who donated blood while lying about having sex with men.
Question number 18 at a time said, being a gay man, have you had sex with a man even once since 1977? And I answered no. I was more concerned about the end recipient of the blood getting the blood, because I knew I was giving good blood. I was HIV negative, I was healthy, and there was no reason for the person at the other end not to get blood if there was an opportunity for them to get healthy blood. Initially, I sent an email asking them why they have the policy, and then I told them I was a gay blood donor. He asked me who I was, identify myself, stop giving blood, and so on. Due to the nature of their email, I got a bit defensive, and I told them where to go. Not in a nice way. They traced the email, and then they sued me.
If your plan was to deliberately enrage the gay community, you couldn't have done it any better than by pursuing the Freeman case.
The case took about 8 years to get to court. The courts are really for people with money. The case costs in the hundreds of thousands, if not in the millions. Just our side. It was very, very stressful on myself, my family, and it was stressful on us. At the end of the day, we lost. They won, we lost. I didn't feel that it was right to lie every time I give blood. At the same time, I didn't think it was right for them to restrict me from giving blood and helping people who needed it. Except the last sample, which happened around the blood, the lawsuit. 17 donations were used. And my understanding is that out of those 17 donations, 3 parts of the blood were able to use. So 51 people could have potentially benefited from my blood donations.
We see shortages in rare blood types all the time right now. Overall, we have enough blood, but in rare blood types like O negative, we have shortages periodically. I have O negative blood. I'd be happy for my blood to be used to save someone's life, but they won't take it.
I'm sure that there's other people out there that feel strongly about giving blood and that are putting life before politics. If you don't feel that the question is relevant to you, like I didn't, then they're going to get more and more people, being dishonest about it. I think they're going to have to trust the science rather than, trust the questionnaire.
I've said for years, it's inevitable that they will change it. In 2077, they can't be asking, have you had sex once since 1977? People will laugh. It becomes clearly absurd at some point.
It means that we're perceived as sick, that we're perceived as sick for life, because the deferral is for life. It's a life ban on giving blood.
Someone's going to die from not getting blood, or maybe a couple of people are going to die from not getting blood, and people are going to ask why that happened, and there's going to be another scandal, and it may take that in order to get change in this field, I'm afraid.
I regret the 8 years of anxiety and stress that it put on myself, my family, and my friends. I regret the days afterwards where I didn't know my financial fate, and it obviously affected my husband as well. I don't regret challenging blood services. I don't regret giving blood. I don't regret potentially helping 51 people. I don't regret any of that, no. Here's a question for you. Would I donate blood today? What? Would I donate blood today? In a heartbeat.